Hello and welcome back to the archives. I'm Gabe and I like making hasty decisions. Here's another one. Today I will be going over a general overview of Capital City. I get it, it's the first real video and it's not even a real archive video, but bear with me, I'll try to play by the same rules. It's a big place full of things. Throw together the cultural melting pot of New York City, the population of Tokyo, the population density of Dhaka, the size of the state of Rhode Island, mix that all together with a dash of love and some salt, and you've basically got Capital City. To put it simply, it's a big effing deal. However, the characters frequently say they don't get why Capital City is a BFD, and that's a problem because virtually everything happens in Capital City. So, what is Capital City? Why does it matter? And why don't the characters understand why it matters? The main function of Capital City is to obviously be the capital of the United Nations of Iblis, or UNI. The Union is an analog for our Western cultures, so the United States of America, obviously, and the European Union, and the UK. Each member state of the Union functions as their own autonomous nation while also answering to the higher governing power of the federal government. Capital City is also the largest and highest and most densely populated city in their world, featuring a population of about 100 million people across an area roughly the size of Rhode Island. It's kind of insane is what I'm getting at. It also happens to be a little unwieldy to control, but all the big bads want to control it. Why? Well, here's a quick and dirty history lesson of Capital City. It was constructed by Iblis of Origin, who would have finished it but had this little issue of Lucifer to deal with. After reincarnating, Iblis of Ancients finished the construction of Capital City. He made sure the upper caste of Ancients was kept safe by forging the realm of Sanctuary for them to hide in, and then he oversaw the ouster of the tyrant Adam, who ruled over the remaining lower caste of Ancients, who called themselves humans. After Iblis reincarnated and disappeared, the singular human nation that rose under him fragmented and became many. Capital City eventually came under the control of a group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Light. From Capital City, the Brotherhood expanded their influence and grasp and eventually ruled over the largest country in the world, which would become the Union. The Union became embroiled in a bitter civil war that saw the defeat of the Brotherhood and the return of Iblis, and eventually that leads to the modern day. So, if it's not clear, there's a bunch of old and ancient magical artifacts that still exist somewhere in Capital City. Most people don't know about them and don't care, because they have other things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. However, a few people do know the secrets of Capital City and they want control of those artifacts. It's like if scattered in New York City, there were a bunch of ancient Native American nukes and some older American nukes that we lost during our own Civil War, except a little less dangerous. Or more dangerous. Magic is weird. So why do the people in the books constantly say they don't understand why Capital City is important? Well, part of it is that Capital City is literally hundreds of thousands of years old, and things have just been forgotten. Another part is that Capital City is just so unimaginably large that doing a thorough search of the city to find all of its secrets would take so long and so many resources that it's just not worth it to look for them. So combine those two factors for the good guys who aren't interested in the artifacts, and they don't get why the bad guys who are and are willing to throw away the time and resources to find everything they know about want to control Capital City. So if our heroes don't know and don't care about the artifacts, why do they keep defending Capital City? Well, they're interested in protecting the innocent lives that the bad guys threaten whenever they come into town and start causing mayhem. Remember, this is a city of 100 million people at its peak, and most of them are just trying to do their own thing. For the heroes who aren't interested in ruling the city, it's just easier to let people continue doing that. But if they know that the bad guys are after the artifacts, why don't they try to be proactive and try to find them themselves? Do I have to remind you how old and big Capital City is again? It's a waste of time and resources to find and catalog all of the artifacts, so they don't. It's much easier to be reactive and try to find the artifact first, or to try and mitigate the damage the bad guys can do with it if they don't. It's not a perfect solution, but it's the one that works. Most of the time. But that's Capital City in a nutshell. Join me back on Tuesday when I go over the literary travesty that is Rise of the Black King. Hi, I'm Gabe, and it took me a lot longer than it should have to record this in slate. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss the next one. If you want more content from me, consider following me on Twitter, where eventually I'll tweet some more. If you want to learn more about anything I'm talking about or catch some details I missed, consider buying my books. Links are in the description below. Also consider checking out the Tumblr, where I post side stories and art about the books that I can't really put anywhere else. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.